In analytic geometry, a line is determined by 2 points. When we say point in the definition of analytic geometry, any point P must have coordinates x and y. And in the x, y, meaning to say it can be plotted. So if you have point A here with coordinates x sub 1, y sub 1, and you have another point, let's say point B, and it has coordinates x sub 2 and y sub 2, they don't have the same subscripts, because what I'm trying to illustrate here is that the coordinates are not the same. So if you connect these 2 points, then you can able to form a line. So that is a definition of a line in analytic geometry. So we have different ways in finding the equation of a line. First of them is the slope-intercept form. Here, M is the slope and B is the y-intercept. So if we try to determine a point with y-intercept, then the x-coordinate of that point must be 0, and this is not 0. So B represents y-intercept. Kaya siya tinawag na intercept. Ibig sabihin, makikita daw natin siya sa y-axis. The second method is this point slope form. So kung may slope daw at may point na may coordinates x sub 1, y sub 1, then we can find for the equation of that line using this rule, point slope. If we have 2 points, these 2 points are x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, then we can use the 2-point form. This one is the formula of slope. So kumbaga, we can say that the point slope form is the generalized rule. So kung parang nanggaling siya sa 2-point form kasi pinalitan lang niya yung y sub 1, y sub 2, x sub 1 minus x sub 2 into slope m. Okay, and the next method is the intercept form. A and B are the intercepts. This A is the x-intercept. Ibig sabihin, galing siya sa isang point na 0 ang kanyang y-coordinate. Tapos yung B naman is the y-intercept, na kung saan galing siya sa isang point na 0 ang kanyang x-coordinate. So A is the x-intercept and y, or B is the y-intercept. So we start by studying the slope-intercept form. In the slope-intercept form, we have y that is equal to mx plus b. So ang ginagawa lang natin dito is to substitute. Papalitan natin ng m base sa kung ano ang slope at papalitan natin ng b based on the given. So we start in number 1. In number 1, the slope is -1 and the y-intercept is 2. So from y that is equal to mx plus b, palitan ng m ng -1, multiply that to x, palitan ng b ng 2. So -1 times x is -x, then just bring down +2, so +2. So the answer is y is equal to -x plus 2. So we have the next. Slope is equal to 3 and b is equal to -7. So we can have y is equal to 3 times x. So we can just substitute plus -7. So y is equal to 3 times x. We have 3x plus -7 is -7. Number 3, the slope is 1/4 and b is 1/2. So we have y is equal to, okay, change m into 1/4. So multiply that to x plus 1/2. So y is equal to 1/4 times x is 1/4 x plus 1/2. And the next, the slope is pi and b is equal to -1. So we have y is equal to pi, the slope, times x plus -1. So y is equal to pi x minus 1. Remember that pi is a real number, so it can be used still. Okay, so this is the slope-intercept form way of finding the equation of a line. So how do we rewrite the following equations in slope-intercept form? Remember that one of the basic skills that you must know is you must be able to rewrite a given equation into its corresponding form. We start from number 1. Negative y is equal to 2x minus 2 can be written in this way. Remember that in the form, you're just referring to y. And we can see here negative y. So we need to multiply both sides by -1 so that you can have y. Therefore, negate both sides and it will now give you negative times negative y is y. So we have negative 2x plus 2. So that is the slope-intercept form of the given. And from that, slope is -2 and the y-intercept is 2. Okay, let's have the second example. X plus y is equal to 1. So maintain y in its position. Silipat natin ang x, so we have minus x. Ayusin natin, so y is equal to -x plus 1. So that is the slope-intercept form of x plus y is equal to 1, wherein the slope is -1 and the y-intercept is 1. Okay, let's have the third. 16 minus 8y is equal to 32x. We have -8y is equal to 32x. Lipat natin 16, so we have minus 16. So in this case, we need to divide both sides by -8 so that we can have positive y. So our answer will now be y, because -8 and -8 is 1. 32 divided by -8 is -4. So we have -4x. -16 divided by -8 is +2. So we have +2. So we have the points, the slope-intercept form y is equal to -4x plus 2, wherein the slope is -4 and the y-intercept is 2. So we have number 4. -3y is equal to 9x plus 11. So in this case, we need to divide both sides by -3 so that we can have y or positive y. Cancel this out. So we have y is equal to 9 divided by -3. 9 divided by -3 will give us -3x. So 11 divided by -3 is negative. So we have minus 11/3. So we have now the slope-intercept form, wherein the slope is -3 and the y-intercept is -11/3. So that is how we rewrite equations in slope-intercept form. And the first thing, or the basic thing you need to consider is to be able to separate y on one side. So we have another way of finding the equation of a line. We have when the given is a point and a slope. So we have this rule, y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x times the quantity, or m times the quantity x minus x sub 1. From this form, we can actually rewrite it so that we can follow or end our answer in point slope form. It will be y is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So, lipat natin ng negative y sub 1, lipat natin sa kabila. So, magiging plus y sub 1. So, pag ginamit natin ito, we will end our answer in slope-intercept form, and that's acceptable. Let's have number 1. Y is equal to m times x minus x sub 1 plus y sub 1. Substitute, the slope is 1. The x coordinate of the point is 1. The y coordinate is 2. So we have y is equal to x minus 1 plus 2. Combine like terms, combine these constants. So we have y is equal to x plus 1. So this is the point, the equation of a line given a slope 1 and a point 1, 2. So we just immediately ended our answer in slope-intercept form. That is accepted. Wherein the slope is 1 and the y-coordinate is 1. Another number 2, the slope is 4 and we have point with coordinates 3 and 1. So substitute, slope is 4, multiply that to quantity x minus the x-coordinate which is 3, add that to the y-coordinate which is 1. Distribute, so we have 4 times x, 4x, 4 times negative 3 is negative 12, copy 1. Combine like terms, we have 4x minus 11. So this will be our final answer in slope-intercept form, wherein the slope is 4 as proven, and the y-intercept is negative 11. Third, slope is negative 1/3, and the point is 2 and 4 as the coordinates. So we have y is equal to negative 1/3 times x minus the x coordinate 2 plus 4. Distribute, 1/3 times x is 1/3 x. Negative 2 times negative 1/3 is positive 2 over 3. Add that to 4. So y is equal to negative 1/3 x. The LCD of 2/3 plus 4 is 3. We can just cross multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. So we have 14 over 3. This is the point slope form, the slope intercept form, wherein the slope is negative 1/3 as proven in the given, and the y-intercept is 14 over 3. Next, we have slope that is negative 2 and coordinates of the point 0, 4. Substitute the slope, we have negative 2, x times the x coordinate of the point which is 0 plus the y coordinate 4. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x, and since that is 0, so 0 immediately. Okay, so plus 4. Our final answer is y is equal to negative 2x plus 4. Wherein the slope is negative 2 and the y-intercept is 4. So that is how we solve for the equation of a line when there is a point and there is a slope. And we ended our answer in slope-intercept form. The next method is the two-point form. So in this case, there are 2 points which are given. So mapapansin natin na naka-sub 2 and sub 2 and sub 1. So we have 2 points x sub 1, y sub 1, and another point x sub 2, y sub 2. And if we observe, this is actually the formula of slope. So ang 2-point form ay parang pinahabang paraan ng point slope form. Okay? So kapag ginagamit natin ang rule na ito, we can actually separate finding the slope first. So let's have number 1. Pwede natin hanapin muna ang slope. So para hindi kayo malito in finding the slope, simulan natin sa first pair. The y-coordinate is 1 kasi mauuna ang y-coordinate sa pagsulat. Okay, remember there's no bearing, no? Pwede maging ganito ang formula, walang bearing. Pero pag titignan natin yung arrangement, mag-partner ito. Kaya kapag mag-substitute ka, kung ito ang y-coordinate of the first point, ito naman ang x-coordinate of that point. So parehong minus. Then we proceed to the second pair. The y-coordinate is 1 and x-coordinate is 9. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 9 is negative 8, but this is immediately 0. So from that, we can have y minus y sub 1. Pwede nating biglang gamitin, o pwede nating gamitin ang point slope form. So ito ang slope, x minus x sub 1. So we can now substitute, m is 0. So ibig sabihin 0 na ang quantity na ito. Okay? Y minus y sub 1. Y sub 1 is... So in this case, pwede kang pumili kung ano ang y sub 1. Pwede ito. So kung ito ang pinili mo, ang kanyang y is 1. So we have y minus 1 is equal to 0. Wala din siyang bearing kasi parehong 1 din naman ang y-coordinate of the second point. So kahit ano ang gamitin mo sa kanila. So y is equal to 1. This is the answer. So in this another example, we can find for the slope first. Slope. So again, we start on the first pair. The y-coordinate is 1, the x-coordinate is negative 2. Minus, minus. Now move to the second pair. 5 ang y-coordinate, 1 naman ang kanyang x-coordinate. So we have 1 minus 5 is negative 4. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. So our slope is 4 over 3. Ngayon, gamitin na natin ang rule. Pwede na natin siyang paliitin at gamitin natin ang point slope form. Kasi substitute lang naman natin. And then, you can choose any of these points. Kunwari, ito ang pinili mo. So, kung yan ang pinili mo, ang x sub 1 mo ay negative 2 at ang y sub 1 mo ay 1. So, we now substitute. Y minus the y sub 1 is 1. Slope is 4 over 3. Nasolve na natin. And the y-coordinate is negative 2. Substitute. So y minus 1 is equal to 4 over 3x. So negative will be positive 2. 2 times 4 over 3 is 8 over 3. So ilipat na natin ito sa kabila. So we have y is equal to 4 over 3x plus 8 over 3 plus 1. At itong 1 na ito, pwede natin siyang i-rewrite into 3 over 3 kasi gawa tayo ng similar fractions. Therefore, our final answer will now be y is equal to 4 over 3x plus over 3 na yan, 8 plus 2 is 11. So we have 4 over 3 plus 11 over 3. That's our final answer. So we have the next example. We first find the slope of this given. We have the first pair, 3 and 4. So the y-coordinate is 4, x-coordinate is 3. Subtract. We have negative 1 and this is negative 3. So we have 4 minus negative 1 is 5. 3 minus negative 3 is 6. This is a slope. Now use the point slope form, substitute. Let's use this point. X sub 1 is 3, y sub 1 is 4. So we have y minus 4 is equal to 5 over 6. X minus 3. Y is equal to, lipat natin negative 4, so we have plus 4. Distribute, so we have 5 over 6x. Okay, negative 3 times 5 over 6, so cancel na to. Tapos ito magiging 2. Because 3 over 6 is 1/2. So we have 5 over 2 lowest term. So add natin ang negative 5 over 2 plus 4. So we have y is equal to 5 over 6x. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 5 is. So our final answer is 5 over 6x plus 3 over 2. So that is the solution. There are cases in the xy plane wherein we can find 2 points on the axis. So let's say for example, a point is found here. So kapag nakikita mo ang point sa y-axis, ang kanyang x-coordinate ay 0 at ang kanyang y-coordinate ay hindi 0. Pero pag nakita mo ang point sa kanyang x-axis, hindi 0 ang kanyang x-coordinate, pero 0 ang kanyang y-coordinate. We call that as the intercepts. B is the y-intercept, while A is the x-intercept. Now, paano natin nakuha ang x over A plus y over B equals 1 form? So, kunin natin ang slope. Anong slope ni point na may coordinate 0, B, and A 0? So we start on the first pair. We have B as the y, 0 as x. So minus, minus. On the second pair, 0 ang kanyang y, A ang kanyang x. So we have B over A or negative B over A. So from that, gamitin natin ang point slope form. So we have y minus y sub 1 is equal to negative B over A times x minus x sub 1. Let's say yung gamitin nating point ay ito. So from that, we substitute y minus 0 because 0 kanyang y coordinate. So negative b over a x minus a. So we have y is now equal to distribute. So we have negative b over a x plus b. So we have this form. So the next thing we need to do is now. So if we are going to multiply both sides by a, so multiply a here, magkakaroon tayo ng ay is equal to negative bx kasi cancel ang a dito. A times b is ab. So mula dito, i-divide natin ang magkabilaan sa a over b. So let's rewrite it again. So we have ay, ilipat natin ang negative bx. So magiging plus bx is equal to ab. I-divide natin ang magkabilaan sa 1 over ab. So mangyayari, ab times 1 over ab is 1. Ang ab multiply mo sa 1 over a, makakancel ang a. Okay, so magiging 1 over or y over b. Pero pag i-multiply mo ang bx sa 1 over b, makakancel naman ang b. So, mangyayari, it will become x over a. Rewriting that again into its form, mauna ang x, ganito na ang kanyang itsura. Now, ang magpartner, a ay para kay x. At ang y ay para kay b. Kasi ito ang x-coordinate, ito naman ang y-coordinate. So the equation of a line, kapag yung dalawang intercepts ay ibinigay, gagamitin natin ang intercept form. Let's have examples. A is equal to negative 1 and b is equal to 5. Using now the rule, x over a plus y over b is equal to 1. Substitute. Let a be in -1, so x over -1 plus y over 5 is equal to 1. X divided by -1 is -x. So we have 1/5 y plus 1. Let's say we will end our answer in this is equal to 1. We will end our answer in slope-intercept form. So mangyayari, separate natin 1/5 y is equal to 1. Lipat natin ang -x plus x. Okay, and the next thing we need to do, tanggalin natin ang 1/5, so i-multiply natin ang both sides by 5. So what will happen? Cancel na ang 5 because of this. Okay, it will now be y is equal to 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times x is 5x. So we have y is equal to 5x plus 5. Let us have the second example. A is equal to 5 and b is equal to 2. So we have x over 3 plus y over 2 is equal to 1. Okay, so kunwari ang gagawin natin is we end our answer in point slope form or slope intercept form. So we have -x over 3, we just arrange it. So plus 1. Multiply natin na magkabilaan sa 2 para matanggal ang 1/2. Tanggal na to. So what will be our final answer? Y is equal to -2 times -x over 3 is -2 over 3x. 2 times 1 is 2, so plus 2. This will be our final answer. So let us have the third example. A is equal to 1/2 and b is equal to 1/3. Substitute that to the given formula. So we have x over 1/2 plus y over 1/3 is equal to 1. Reciprocal lang natin ito. Ang reciprocal ng 1/2 ay 2, so we have 2x. Reciprocal ng 1/3 ay 3, so we have 3y is equal to 1. We end our answer in slope-intercept form, so ilipat natin ang 2x, so magiging -2x, add 1. Divide both sides by 3. So our final answer will now be y is equal to -2 over 3x plus 1/3. Let's have the fourth. A is equal to 1, so we have x over 1. And b is equal to 1/3, so we have y over 1/3 is equal to 1. X divided by 1 is x. Reciprocal of 1/3 is 3, so we have 3y is equal to 1. 3y is equal to -x plus 1. Divide both sides by 3. Tara, cancel na yan. At matitira ay y is equal to -1/3 x plus 1/3. The equation of a line can actually be expressed in general form or in standard form. Sa general form, magko-combine in one area, no? Sa isang place lang ang may x, may y, and the constant c. A is the numerical coefficient of x, b is for y, and constant c, and it is always equated to 0. That is the general form. For the standard form, isa-separate mo naman ang constant. Okay? Now, from the general form, pwede nating mahanap kung ano ang slope. Okay, so dito, di ba ginagawa natin sa slope, we can just have the form y is equal to mx plus b. So, ang mangyayari dito, itong by na to will be separated. So, by, lipat mo ang ax sa magiging -ax. Okay, so we have minus c or plus c. Regardless, okay, that is just constant. Y is now equal to, i-divide mo ang b sa magkabilaan, so magkakaroon ka ng -a over bx. So regardless of any c. Ito na ang magiging slope. the formula for the slope kung ang ibinigay is an equation of a line. Okay, slope is equal to negative a over b, where a is the numerical coefficient of x and b is for y. Let us have examples. So here, we're trying to rewrite the following equations in general and standard form, and we will also determine the slope. In number 1, negative y is equal to 2x minus 2. So ang gagawin natin dito, pagsama-samahin natin ang lahat and equate natin sa 0. So we can just choose not to move 2x minus 2. Tapos i-move natin ang negative y. So magiging plus y, lipat natin, is equal to 0. Now, rewrite it. So we have 2x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0. So that is already the general form of the equation. In the standard form of the equation, 2x plus y, tapos separate natin ang negative 2, lipat natin, magiging equals to 2. That is the standard form. Now, how do we get the slope? Slope is equal to negative a over b. From the general form or the standard form, makikita natin na ang value ng a is 2. So we have a is equal to 2, b is equal to 1. Substitute that, so we have negative 2 as a, b is 1. The slope therefore is negative 2. Which is also quite obvious dito pa lang sa given. Kasi kapag divide natin sa negative 1 na magkabilaan, magkakaroon tayo ng y that is equal to negative 2x plus 2. Obviously, negative 2 is the slope. Okay, so that is how we rewrite the given. So let us have the second, y plus 3 is equal to 2x. So here, we can just move 2x on the other side. So we can have negative 2x plus y plus 3 is equal to 0. Remember, pwede kasi nating palitan ng sign nito. Pwede nating i-multiply ang both sides by negative 1. Sa madaling salita, pwede ito magre-write at maging 2x minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. Any of these two possible general form. Okay, they're just the same. So pag pinalitan mo ang negative into positive, dapat lahat sila mapapalitan din. So nakita natin negative, naging positive, positive, naging negative, positive, naging negative. 0, there is no sign for 0. So any of these two is the general form. In the standard form of this, 2x minus y, lipat natin ng negative 3, so magiging positive 3. This is already the standard form. Now, how do we get the slope? Slope is now equal to, from the given, makikita natin na ang a is, we can have positive 2. Here, b is equal to negative 1. Therefore, the slope is negative a over b, which is equal to negative of 2 divided by negative 1. Slope is equal to positive 2. Which is also obvious on the given. Dito pa lang sa given, nakikita na natin ang slope. So how? Kapag i-rewrite mo yan, magiging y is equal to 2x minus 3. Yan ang slope. 2. The third example, 3 minus 5x is equal to y. So in this case, pwede nating i-move lang ang y to the other side. So we have 3 minus 5x minus y is equal to 0. Ayusin natin. So we have negative 5x minus y plus 3 is equal to 0. Pwede nating i-multiply negative 1 na magkabilaan. So magkakaroon tayo ng change of sign. So we have 5x plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. So, but anyway, any of these two can be the general form. But usually, it is good to see kung positive ang x. Numerical coefficient of x. Now in the standard form of that, so we may choose 5x plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. So ang mangyayari, yung negative 3 na yan, lipat lang natin. So that will be equals to 3. The slope m is equal to negative a over b. Kikita natin dito pa lang, a is 5, b is 1. The answer will now be, okay, substitute, slope is negative 5. So what about this fourth example? 1/2 x plus 9 is equal to 1/3 y. So here we can just move 1/3 y on the other side. So we have 1/2 x minus 1/3 y plus 9 is equal to 0. However, you might as well choose to have, should I say, there's no fraction in this case. So makikita natin 2 and 3 ang LCD ay 6. So sa madaling salita, pwede tayong mag-multiply ng 6 sa magkabilaan. Okay, so 6 times 1/2 is, or 6 times 1/2 is also equal to 6 divided by 2. We have 3x. 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2, we have 2. So we have 2y. 6 times 9 is 54. So plus 54 is equal to 0. But anyway, any of these two can be general form. But this is nice to see, or even better to express into this form. So the standard form will now be 3x minus 2y. So lipat natin ng positive 54, magiging negative 54. So dito makikita natin na a is 3 and b is negative 2. Therefore, slope m is equal to negative a over b is equal to negative 3 over negative 2. Substitute. The answer is 3 over 2. So that is how we express or write a given in general and standard form.